Hello everyone, today I'll be doing a solo heroic 0 hour with Hunter. So I'll be having two different loadouts. So I'll be using Arcstrider with bottom tree. Then next I'll be using a sniper. It could be any sniper, can also be long shadow as well. And then I recommend you use a bow, any void bow as well, along with Xenopahge. And of course I'll be using boss resist, machine gun ammo finder, special ammo, and shield break charge. Then I'll be using high energy fire, large weapon loader, and bow loader. Then I'll be using the exotic Raiden Flux with discipline mod, machine gun reserves, and light arm reserves. Then for the legs, I'll be using grenade launcher scavenger, fallen ornaments, and traction. Next, I'll be using pressive grenades with bomber and fallen barrier concussive dampener. Now, let me show you my second loadout for the boss. So I'm switching my Xeno to an arc machine gun, and switching my bow to a solar bow, and switching my sniper to a Witherhoard. Subclass I'll be using is bottom tree Nightstalker. I'll be using Witherhoard with the Vow solar bow and an arc machine gun. Then for our exotic chest plate, we'll be using the 6 Coyote to get our double dodge. So, remember when I said in my other videos, slow and steady wins the race? Nah, it does not compute in 0 hour. You gotta go aggressive player, or you're not going to be able to make it to the boss fight, and you won't be able to complete the mission on heroic. I do apologize for my PS4 being a little laggy here and there. You will see very soon what I'm talking about. So we're gonna take down all the ads. We're gonna spam our heavy. We're gonna spam heavy as much as we can, and we're going to take down the Captain Fallens and the ads much as possible. So you see here I miss one. So once I do, I reload and then I just run as fast as I can. So with bottom tree Arcstrider, you could focus breathing where you can get your dodge back pretty fast. Highly recommend bottom tree Arcstrider, it works very well. Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna snipe the shanks. Sometimes they do lag back and forth. There are runs where it just won't die. It won't die. It kept lagging, going back and forth, having to siege it. So I threw my nade here on the arc shanks, and then I took down the major shank with the red solar, and then use a sniper. You can see here I used critical hits on the shank, and then I took down the sniper shank as well. Next, what I like to do is take down the next one from the right side, and then take it down quickly with the sniper, and then take down the last one. Once I do that, I throw my nade on the arc shanks, and then I just run. I run for my life. I run for my life for the next section. And we're going to be dealing with a tank walker with a lot of ads, and we're going to have our super as well. So over here I was trying to do a speed jump, and I don't know, sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. So now over here I decided to take down all these snipers and just use heavy. So you can see here I was just spamming my Xeno as much as I can just to take down and clear this section as fast as possible. I took down the solar, and then I used my super very soon. So I like to take down these little major dudes, these guys. If you don't take them down, sometimes they huddle and immune themselves all together. They huddle around, and then you can't really kill them unless you use your super. But what if you already used your super and you didn't kill them? So if they do immune themselves, huddling, trolling you, I recommend just to start all over again, because they are wasting your time. So now we're gonna deal with the walker tank. We're gonna use our sniper. What I like to do is use my sniper again to take down the tank walker, spider, and then switch to my Xeno. Then once it dies, I like to take down the major dudes. take down the shield and then spam some Xeno. I won't use all of it to take it down. I wanted to save it for my finisher. So once I do that, I take down the remaining solar shanks, and then once I do that, I use my finisher, and then we just proceed to the next section. So you can see here I use my finisher. I was looking at my timer and it was just trolling me. It makes me nervous, like pretty much telling me, gotta go Blitz, gotta go good as a player. So now I like to do is throw my nade. Then once I do that, I just spam my heavy as much as I can. And these invisible dudes are so annoying. Sometimes you get a little aim assist and shoot the wrong way. Happens a lot. You see here, I had a little aim assist. So there'll be snipers. Would fully recommend to take down the snipers and then the shank, because sometimes they can kill you, these snipers. So that was my little mistake I made over here. And you can see that drag just hide and peek and shoot. So yeah, definitely take down the snipers first and then take down the shank. You can see there I almost died, so that was my mistake. I should have took down the vandal and then the solar shank. So now I'm just reloading, and what I'm gonna do is just run because we have to go to the jumping puzzle. And it's gonna be long. The jumping puzzle for heroic is longer than normal, so definitely try to have as much time as you can for heroic, so you can make it to the final boss with ease. So I decided to spam my Xeno as much as I can just to take down these fallen and these invisible ads as well. So once we make it through the door, we're gonna change our loadout. Then it's gonna take 10 seconds of your life. I know it's horrible, but we gotta deal with it. I'm sorry guys. We gotta deal with the loading screen. So we're gonna be switching our Witherhoard, bow, and machine gun, and our 6 coyote. Now over here we're gonna jump over here, and sometimes you get a loading screen. Now I will show you here. If this happens to you, especially if it's longer than 10 seconds, restart. I would say just restart your run. There are times where I get that reloading screen for over 10 seconds for no reason. It's just random, and I just fully recommend just start all over again, because Bungie just waste your time. So over here, now I know you're gonna say, Blitz, why you not wearing stompies? Stompies the best. Yes, it is. I know it's the best. It's good for grandmasters. It's good for puzzles. I was having trouble using stompies. I kept bouncing off the edges, bouncing off the pipes, bouncing off the little platforms, bouncing off. For some reason, it was weird. Very weird. So I decided not to use stompies, and you don't really need stompies to do the jumping puzzle for heroic. So if not using stompies, only jump once around this area. Now we're gonna go to the cliff where it's everyone's best friend, where you can die or you can survive very soon. Now this one is pretty, it's not so bad. Not so bad over here. So even without stompies, you'll have no problem doing these jumps with Hunter as well as Titan. Of course, you can use the exotic legs for the Titan, which will make it very, very breezy easy. So now we're gonna go to the cliff, and over here I like to look where I'm standing and then jump, do a sprint jump. That way I can be careful and not die. So sometimes for stompies you can bounce off the edges. Not on this one particular. Okay, maybe sometimes. It's these pipes. Sometimes you could bounce off. Sometimes. And the one that really messes me up sometimes as well is I'll be showing you very soon. You can see here you have to jump off the edge. Almost similar like Whisper. Is these platforms. These dudes, sometimes with stompies you just bounce off. Can be annoying. So I like to do is jump on these little platforms and then jump up here. And another reason stompies can be annoying as well is this section. Now you go from the left and right, and I like to jump once. Now for stompies you have to be careful because you just get so much momentum and you can hit the wall and die. So definitely be careful. Of course for Titan you can use your shoulder charge to stop it. But anyway. Here I like to go to the pipes. Sometimes I do bounce off. I would say especially the fan room. I do sometimes jump off, especially on stompies. So anyway, we're gonna go to the fan, and depending what you do here, you can jump here to here without landing in the middle of the fan. For me, I decided to just be cautious and just make my way to jump on the middle of the fan and then go to the little red platform or the red area. All depends on your playstyle, by the way. Really does. You can see here I bounce off. I had to take control of my hunter. My hunter wanted to die. He wanted to kill himself. I said, nah, Blitz, not today. You gotta die. And I was like, no, I gotta get this run done. So this is the one where sometimes you can bounce off. You can bounce off on hunter. For some reason stompies, I don't know why I always get stomp off from that area. So here you can make the jump. And if you don't make it, use your super to get a little momentum. Now we're going to deal with Trevor and the maze. Yeah, so I like to call this dude the evil Pac-Man. Why? So the reason why I like to call him the evil Pac-Man is 1, it's a maze, 2, he kills you one hit. Basically where the ghost is on his super all the time and it can kill you. We won't be seeing Trevor so much for this footage, so I'll be doing a trick where we don't see him at all. We'll hear him getting irritated of why I can't kill you, you know, but we're not gonna die from it. And this will be fun. So I like to first activate the left. Then I go to the middle, and then I go deal with the switches from the right side. When going to the middle, be careful jumping. I would say jump light, don't jump harshly, because there's like a little visible wall on the top where you lose your balance on jumping, then you fall off and die. So once I do that, I go to the right side as well, well not left since we jumped here. And we're gonna hit the switch, we're gonna pull back and get the last remaining switch, and then we're gonna get the hell out of here. We don't want to deal with the evil Pac-Man, aka Trevor. He's evil, he kills you one hit. We don't want to mess it about. So yeah, you can also do a double jump to gain momentum as well. With stompies, you'll be skating. But of course, for this footage, I will not be using stompies. There's also arc walls as well, so be careful with them. So now we made it out. We didn't even see Trevor. We only heard him. We heard him cursing. We heard him complaining. But he's not gonna kill us. Not today. Now we're gonna go to the slowest elevator in your life in Destiny. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. So we're gonna deal with the puzzle as well. There is Solar, Void, and Arc, which I'll talk about later. So funny story. This is actually my first time using the Fallen mods. I never really used them. I only have 2, by the way. And of course, raid mods will be removed, which is good. Very happy. And now over here, you have to be careful. It's a little buggy here. Sometimes you can die from here. It's so weird. Definitely be careful on that. Be cautious on that. There are times where I die there accidentally. And it's just the walls, it's not the left and right platforms that we have to dodge. So we're gonna go see this symbol and we're going to open the door. It'll open by itself. Then next we're gonna do the puzzles. So for this week is Void. So I did the Void mini puzzle. So once we do that, now we can get to the boss. Isn't this fun? So it's best to have around 6 minutes to deal with the boss. If you're at the boss fight for 4 minutes, I would say just start all over again. So what I like to do is I like to clear all the ads nearby and the vandals, the snipers. Now you can see left and right there are turrets, but for this round we're going to ignore them. But for Warlock and Titan, of course, we will have to deal with them. But for this run, they won't be as much of a threat for the Hunter for this run. So now we're gonna deal with the Vandals, right? Highly recommend to get draw time. Well, recommend use a Vow. Or if you have the raid weapon, recommend you have the draw time really fast, like 550, 540. It would make your life easier dealing with these snipers. Now I did some damage. I'm gonna deal with this mini boss. And I like to just shoot my super. And then the boss will teleport from the left side. And we're gonna deal with the shanks. Next, the boss will teleport from back middle, and then we're gonna deal with the other mini boss, Major. With Charge of Life, we got 20% damage, so we can easily take it down quickly with Witherhoard. And of course, this drag dude was throwing nades at me, it irritated me, so I shot it back. So we're gonna shoot another body shot, and we're gonna deal with the shanks. So I did left the solar shanks, but we'll deal with them very soon, not now. So we're gonna deal with the walker spider tanks, and here I was just trying to get my nade. So you can see there are turrets, definitely be careful with them. You can just manipulate them with your invisibility, they won't really see you when using your melee. Here I threw my nade and I was trying to get my melee back. I was trying to get my nade back. And of course you can get your melee back as well when throwing your grenade on the tank, so that's what I did. Just take advantage of it. Then I shoot another Witherhoard and then we're gonna take it down. So once I do that, once I take it down, I go over here, do a little dodge, try to get another nade. That's why I wanted to use double dodge, so I can get my nade back as much as I can. And we're gonna shoot our nade and then get our melee back and just spam smoke, spam invisibility, just to get our nade back again. So yeah, then we're gonna shoot another body shot on the tank and then throw our nade again and then get our smoke and then just spam it. We don't really have to worry too much of the turrets, they're not a big threat for this run. So once we do that, I wanted to make sure all the ads are clear, and then there'll be invisible fallens in the middle of the room. So here I thought of clearing the ads first and then the solar shanks. That was my plan here. But it didn't work out too well, so I would fully recommend just to take down these shanks. And of course I did miss one, and I thought leaving one would be okay. I wanted to leave them because I want a charge of light for the boss. So here you see I left one, which I do not recommend to leave one. And I accidentally forgot the arc shank, which was my bad. So now I wanted to deal with these invisible fallen, and they could be super annoying. You can see here I almost died. Wasn't fun, so I decided just to take down the solar shank. Fully recommend to leave 1 or 2 shanks up. I would say just leave the ones in the middle, you can see right there. Reason why is because ads will spawn and we don't want that to happen. So I decided to leave the 2 shanks alone and just take down the ads, and then we're gonna do DPS on the boss. Now for this boss, I will say this boss likes to teleport back and forth. And it's super weird. Sometimes I get bad luck of the boss just not moving back and forth, missing my super, missing my tether. And luckily, finally after 10 attempts, this boss was standing still. Sometimes it doesn't stand still. Sometimes. Super weird. So you can see here, I'm just taking advantage of it. And finally the boss stayed in one place, and then I can shoot my Witherhoard, and then you can use your heavy, grenade launcher, linear fusion, machine gun. And then once I take it down, I take down the remaining adds. I first take down the drag and then the shank. And there you go guys, that's how I beat 0 hour. Thank you so much for watching. This mission will be sunset, so I thought it'd be nice to make a video about it. And yeah, thank you so much, and I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much. And yes, I was happy because I got annoyed of the boss teleporting back